Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. So traders, I've just put together a brand new package for you. It's a free training walking you through my top trading system that I use every single day. And also I've put together a free trading course for you to really help you out. If you go to johnsfreegift.com right now, go over here and that big green button that says register for the free training plus free trading course. Click on that, go register for my free training. I'll teach you all the details, how I trade the markets and the system that I use. And then also you'll get access to that free trading course. Go do that right now, guys, and I'll see you real soon. The mining sector, okay? So the mining sector right now, guys, is shaping up for something really awesome, right? Let me explain something here. So looking at, say, for example, the GDX. Where I'm noticing the GDX, you can see GDX right now is, let me just bring this through here. All right, this is the last 3 months. So right now, that's that level through there. So right now we're just holding here. And this is what's called, a sideways phase, right? So we're getting a sideways phase from here. And this is really powerful, right? We're getting that sideways phase through there. So looking at the GDX from here, if the GDX has a move like that from there, right, there's a high probability, that's that breaking, remember I said before, that's that breaking of that major resistance level here on this big weekly chart. If we do, then we're probably likely to race back up close towards that 70 level because that's that next major resistance level up through there. So on the GDX, for me anyway, personally, I would like to see it just to continue going sideways a little bit more. See, and for me personally to have what's called a perfect level 2 type of trade, for me anyway, I want to see this moving average coming up through there. I want to see another 1, 2, possibly maybe 3 weeks, maybe more, and then get the breakout there, which would be a breakout there. And then we're probably likely to see, probably an all-time new high out of that. If we did get that and we got a big breakout, beautiful, 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 beautiful setup there, okay? But right now it's not giving me this what's called a perfect setup. But over the next couple of weeks, I could get a perfect setup. When these perfect setups are just massively high probability, and they are the most highest probability type of trades to trade that's likely to make a big move. So that's where I love trading the way that I trade. Again, I teach you all that sort of stuff in that link in the description there, guys. But that's the reason why I love trading the way that I do, is because I'm looking for high probability situations or high probability trades that's likely to make a big move. That's what I'm looking for. And this is one of them. But as I said before with the GDX right now needs another couple of weeks for me. This is for me personally anyway, this is the way that I like to trade, is I need a little bit more time, right? I like to see when we're looking at these markets, if I go to this chart here, right, I like to see when the market comes back towards the moving average. The best situation for me, and this is called, the reason why is because it's called fuel in the market. When the market moves up, we have a lot of energy going up, but when the market starts to go sideways, we're starting to build energy. If you go to the gold market, you'll see what I'm saying here. The best trades are when the market spends 2-3 months going sideways towards the moving average, 2-3 months sideways, 2-3 months sideways, right? And then guess what? Then we get a big breakout. Now those breakouts don't look like much, but that was a 20% rise. That one there was another 20% rise, and this one here was obviously a little bit more as well too, right? So if I go back to the GDX from here and go back to this chart here, now you know why I'm talking about here, right? I have a systematic approach, because when we go sideways, that's now building energy, refueling for a next move up, just like I showed you with the gold chart. So I know exactly what I'm looking for on GDX, but I also do know that perfect situation is probably going to take a good 3, maybe another month of sideways getting ready for that. But the big thing that I find with traders is they go, John, a month? I have to wait a whole month for that trade? Yes. But let me ask you a question. What if you put $10,000 on that one trade and that 10 grand makes you a $50,000 or a $60,000 profit over the course of 1 to 2 months? Was that waiting for a month for that trade to develop worth it? It is for me, right? And then when you start to trade, you know, a lot more, like when you start to do $20,000 and a $30,000 position, right, in the markets, and you start to do, you know, you start to do 300-400% return. Now you're talking about, you know, we're talking about 6 figures in the market, 6-figure profit over the course of 1 to 2 months. How are you trading? That's how I like to trade. I like to identify these opportunities and potentially get to that sort of number on my trades, and not get in and get out and look for that. You know, I'm not looking for that short-term move. So for me, looking at the GDXJ is also setting up really nicely. But the most powerful thing about the GDXJ right now is, one, we're setting up the same as the GDX, but the GDXJ has already broken past the previous levels of resistance. As you can see back here, see that level back there back in 2021? Which is also this level here and this level here and this level here. But look what's happening now. Now we're finding support, 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 support. So you know what's coming up here, guys? The gold mining sector right now, especially on the GDXJ, is setting up perfectly. Now what do I need? Exact what I just said there on the GDX. If we can continue sideways here and just do this time thing, right? Go sideways. And by the way, see this green moving average here. See my dotted green moving average, see, on this chart here? That there represents this weekly chart. It's a 24 moving average on the weekly chart, and it represents that. So the perfect situation for me, and it can form, which could then just generate a big profit for me, is what I'm looking at there. And again, this green moving average here, this is the 24 moving average on a weekly chart. So and then I just basically times that by 5, it gives me a 120. And that's the reason why I have that green dotted moving average there. It just gives me a visual representation of where the weekly moving average is from there. So what does that mean? If I go to this chart now, and there's that line from there. What would I like to see then? Now showing you what I've just said. What is this? Remember, this line here is what? This line here is that resistance. It's broke back up and now at this level here. What would be the perfect scenario for me? Right? We're talking about A+ setups. Now, this is where, guys, I'm telling you right now, it's just when these things actually they set up and they confirm, it is the highest probability, most powerful trading setup on the planet that's likely to make a big move. And I am not backing down from that statement. It is the highest probability, most powerful trading setup that's likely to make a big move. It is incredible when you get this here shaping up. Now for this one here, as you can see, see this green moving average. This green moving average is doing something like that, right? Just say it continued up like that. We would need to see, as I said before, possibly another 2, maybe 3 weeks. If we did get something like this here, right, the if scenarios, and then we got some sort of nice big breakout, and then we got all the small volumes down here, small volume, small volume, small volume, and then on this breakout bar, you had something like that going on, like a real big volume spike, and had this breakout bar, and we had this here. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look, talk about high probability, massively high probability, really powerful in liking to potentially make a really big move. Now, if that did set up, where was it likely to make a big move? Well, if we go back to this chart here, look at this here. The next resistance is up there around the $100 level. Ooh, so let's do this here. So if we did get that, see, this is where, like, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is what I'm scanning the markets for all the time. How do I identify these opportunities? Because I'm going to have my losing trades, and not every trade's going to be a profit. But how do I find these opportunities, right? How do I look for and scan on these opportunities? And then my job is this, okay, it's starting to set up now, aka sideways. There could be something big coming up soon. Make sense? So we see that through there. And so now, as you can see, that next resistance level is up through there. What if we did get, let's actually do this again now. That's through there. And you got this, just continue just doing this here. Not much going on, not much going on. And then you got a big breakout bar like that. this thing is about to make a massive rocket ship to the upside from there, and it is huge probability. So what do? I'm now put that onto what's called a watch list, right? And then I'm now watching that setting up.